All right, it says that we are live, so that's awesome. Yeah, I haven't been on here for a while, and my computer's down and stuff like that, and my phone is usually really horrible with this stuff. So I just want to test it out, see how it does for a little while, and if it starts to robot and get too hot, then I'm just going to shut it down and not bother doing it. Not doing any live streams until I get an actual computer, so I don't have to use my phone. And then we'll see how things go from there. Um, let's see. I think I do have a strong internet connection if I'm right, but that can change any minute. I can have a strong internet connection, but it's just a matter of how my phone is going to react. Hey, welcome here, Brother Bill. Nice to see you. Yeah, because I know this thing can react very weird sometimes, and just want to test it out to see how this works with my phone until I do get a new computer. I'd rather have do all this stuff on my computer instead of my phone. So I'm not used to the phone either. I don't know where everything is, and I'm scared that if I do something, I jump out, and then I don't know how to get back in onto the stream. So yeah, it's something to learn with an iPhone. Maybe it's the iPhone that has the problem. I don't know. Like or maybe I just need a new phone. But I'd rather get a new computer than a new phone, that's for sure, because I don't use this as much as I do the phone, so, or a computer. That's more comfortable to have a computer. You can have multiple windows open without affecting the stream, so that's always nice. But hopefully, I can jump onto Bill's stream later on, and yeah, it'd be awesome to do. Right now, it's a little bit too windy. I can't really work on the roof because the stuff that I'm doing right now, it requires a lot of that very flimsy tin, and we've got pretty strong winds, and that stuff will just bend right away and put kinks into there, and then you can never make that really look good once that happens. So I got to just sit back, relax, and hopefully this evening, as the wind dies down, hopefully if it does, um, then I can continue working on it. But right now, it's just too much wind. It's a beautiful day outside. It's just really not bad at all. It's getting cloudy now, so I'm suspecting we're going to be getting some rain. I can't even use a mobile. You're really old school there, Brother Bill. Yeah, yeah, exactly right. I think that's what happened, Bill. Let's see if I click on it. Yeah, I can actually do it. Okay. I don't want to exit out of that. Uh, I don't know what else I'm going to do on here. Like, I don't want to press this because it's going to do something where I can't see your comments after that. So I'll try to. Oh, yeah. Okay, it goes back to normal. But yeah, I was going to kind of have maybe a little bit of a discussion about what's all been going on uh, and the division that's being caused here. And I think that just needs to change. Something needs to happen. Hopefully, with Brother Bill's stream, things can get organized. Get back on track. It was nice to see under um, uh, Praise's post that he made that there were some people there, advising him to stop that. Uh, I don't know why Praise couldn't see it coming. What they're trying to do. It's beyond me. But it was nice to see. Sister Cheryl was on there, and lo and behold, just like always, um, Ryan the Presbyterian was on there as well, obviously. Now he's all buddy buddies with Tom. He's allowed to talk nice to Tom now, even though he's been trashing him for months on end. But for some odd reason, now he has something nice to say to encourage, air quotes, Tom, right? Um, but I do hope that Praise knows who his real friends are. And yeah, it's sad to see that, what Praise has done. It's if you want to talk to these people, fine, go right ahead. But as soon as you talk to them, this is what you do. That's just unacceptable. And this happens far too often. Hey, welcome here, Lehman. Nice to see you. And this happens far too often where these people are not trying to be your friend as so much as they're trying to get people to be mad at each other. This has just been something that they've always done. I can talk to multiple people and I have no issues. If I go on to Dave News Unit's channel, I'm not there to talk bad about anybody, regardless of their history. Like, if they do, that's on them. But I'm not going to just ignore the fact that Bill has been a really good friend. And just ignore all that just because somebody comes waltzing in. Like, it's just not going to happen. I'm never going to allow that to happen. And I think people need to learn to control themselves. But I don't know a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. I'm not on a personal conversation type deal with Praise or anybody else really for that matter. I do talk to Bill on a privately every once in a while, and that's awesome. I love it. But I think he's one of the more. I think he's really the only one I talk to more on a private basis these days. But here you are, where you're joining streams and you're doing Bible studies, you're doing all these things, and that's great. That's exactly what we should be doing. But then just because you join in another stream, they're bashing this person, and then you're right along going with it. That's where you have an issue. Like, were you really a friend? At the end of the day, how much of a friend were you to this person? If you want to put a person down, that's been nothing but a friend to you. And with people who have done nothing but bash you. Dave, Smokey, and you name them, been bashing you guys for months on end. One time on your stream, and now you're bashing them. But now you're bashing Bill. Like that, it's astonishing, really. I don't even know what to say. There's no way I would bash Praise on Dave's channel. There's no way I'd bash Bill on Dave's channel, or Dude on Dave's channel, if I ever do go there. I would never do that. So why would you guys start now? I don't get it. Like, why do you guys want to start a division? Talk to Bill. What? Just because somebody said, "Oh, now that you talk to Smokey, Bill's going to say you lost your salvation." No, he's not going to. Talk to Bill. Get a hold of him. Explain. Let them know that this is not going to cause a division. You're not going to play their game and belittling Bill, disregarding Bill. Like what? How hard is that? It's not hard at all. I go on Dave's channel specifically for one thing. He puts out challenges. And if he talks ill about Dude or Praise or Bill or whoever, I'm not going to jump in on that. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of putting people down. These are great brothers and sisters in Christ. You know, like, they are the ones who are like real friends. Especially considering the fact that these people don't even, like, they absolutely despise Free Grace. Criticize you guys for what you say on your streams when they do the same thing. I don't know. I just I'm at a loss for words, really. At the end of the day, I hope things can get resolved. I wish Praise would have gone into communication with Bill before he did anything, for lack of a better word, dumb. Like put out that post. Like I'm not going to say, like, he just jumped. He just jumped too far ahead into conclusions, and I think it's all due to people who are whispering in his ears. And the people that are whispering in your ears, the people that are saying certain things, are not your friends. They do not have your best interest. Okay? They despise Bill. And they want nothing more than to bring Bill down. And you're helping. The crap that they've said about Bill, and you're playing into it. Why can't we just refrain from this kind of stuff? Why can't we just mature from this kind of stuff? We know what's all been... Okay, I guess I don't really know what's all been said, because I'm not, I don't look at a whole bunch of people's stuff. I get the odd information here and there. If I run out of stuff that, from people that I do subscribe to and, really enjoy listening to, like from the Free Grace community, if I'm all caught up with their kind of stuff, then I will move on to watching some other people's streams to see what they're saying, just to kind of understand where people are coming from, and if I have time to make a video to respond to certain accusations or scriptural topics where I think that they're wrong, then I'll watch those kinds of things. But for the most part, I do stay away from the other stuff, the major stuff, because Bill has said a lot of stuff that they have said, and I'm going to say, like, just flat out, I trust Bill more than any of those people. So I'm just going to go with that. I don't know for 100% what was all said, because back in the day, I didn't even really know Bill. I didn't know Smokey. I didn't know really any of those kinds of people, Vecco and so forth. I knew nothing about any of those people. I was, more or less involved with some very small community. which was great. And I'm not neglecting them at all either. They're great brothers and sisters in Christ. Um, so I'm not privy to all that kind of stuff because I wasn't around. So it's a lot of hearsay for me. But I do believe and trust what Bill has to say about the situation, uh, especially involving his daughter. I'm always going to side with them. So, Raven Seminary, would you like to be a teacher on my YouTube channel? Oh boy, that's a. You know what? I actually wouldn't mind, as long as I don't have to like have a commitment. Just meaning that my daily life isn't consistent, where I could run a consistent time. So if I could, like, if I have something to teach on, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Uh, oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. He says I'll put that on the screen. He says you can do whatever content you want since you are free grace. Well, that'd be awesome. Yeah, definitely. I would actually not mind that as long as you are okay with nothing consistent, like where I have to be there at a certain time because things just do change in my life. And I just try to jump on as much as I possibly can, where I can. And sometimes I just want to, a long day's work or week of work, and then I do my side projects and stuff like that. Um, Sometimes when I do have time, I just want to chill and listen to people. But I do want to try to be more consistent in the future, especially come winter, where you can't really do much outside out here in Canada. I would love to actually do that. If you don't mind, yeah, I would gladly do that, and maybe even Bill, if you don't mind, me and Bill jumping on and doing teachings together. If I want to invite somebody, that'd be awesome. Yeah, yeah, we can do that. If I have somebody to invite on to have a discussion or a teaching, if you are okay with that, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I like this idea actually. That's a really good idea there, Charles. I actually really really enjoyed that. I actually really really think that this is a great idea. Like that's awesome. I like it. And you know what? You got a great channel. You're running a great show there. You know, doing your uh, debate prep shows, and I think his name is Banana something, where he does something, or where he teaches on free grace and so forth. I think that's really awesome. But as long as you know, I'm going to be free grace or KJV. Uh, I will be just reading out of that. I'll always just kind of go according to that, if you don't mind. Uh, yeah, peaceful banana. Always forget that peaceful part, but yes, peaceful banana. Um, yeah, you got some great stuff going on in there, so I really enjoy it. And the after shows. Oh man, I really enjoy the after shows. Uh, those are usually I watch at or listen to at work, um, simply because the debate runs late already as it is, and then I have to go to bed and go to work the next day. So awesome, yeah. Well, you're a very lenient guy, Charles. So I think that'd be awesome to do something like that on your channel. I can definitely get a hold of you in the future, see how we can work things out, and we can go from there. Like that would be just absolutely awesome. But what else is it? I don't know. I'm gonna see if my phone isn't too terribly bad yet. Yeah, definitely WhatsApp. I'll contact you on there. But yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff that you can have topics on free grace and just like when was it? It was not that long ago. I was on Dave's channel, and then obviously Smokey jumped in there, and he was talking a bunch of stuff about free grace. And I just really think that they just have it's not really free grace per se that they have an issue with. I think they have an issue with people, uh, and I think that's their biggest go-to for going against free grace for the most part. Um, I think free grace has just been such a strong teaching and biblical explanations of certain things that people can't handle it. It's like foreign to them, and it's kind of like people do not like foreigners because they're kind of like new here, right? And yeah, it's just something that to get over the hump of not liking somebody and just listening to what they have to say, because I think for the most part that's the issue, is they're not listening to what the person has to say simply because of the fact that they just don't like the person. And I think we need to let's try to get over that. As much as I don't like people's doctrines, I want to listen to them. I want to be able to understand where they're coming from. And as much as I don't like the person sometimes, I just want to get over that. Let's figure out what this all means. What is this all about? And like even Charles has said, if I'm wrong, I want to change. Right? And just because I can't explain something, I'm not going to say, okay, but then free grace is obviously wrong. No, I'm going to dig into it. If I haven't heard an argument before, if I haven't really thought of a scripture before, and it would maybe take me a little bit of time to figure out, give me some time to figure it out. And if I can, I'll give an explanation. And if I can't, I'll just say, well, I don't know right now. I'll get back to you on that. I think that's just an honest way of doing things. Because I don't know everything. I don't know the entire Bible. Off the top of my head, I wouldn't be able to quote every single verse that's out there. I know a lot of I have a lot of the gist of all the stuff that's in the scriptures, like what happened and so forth. But the tiny little verses that I might have overlooked, no, like I don't know everything. So, but it definitely, if you find a topic that you want to have a discussion about, I'll dig into that a little bit. I'm definitely going to go over scriptures with a fine tooth comb and just see what's all in there. That I'm definitely up for. So, yeah, definitely I can do that. To that. Okay, to mod you. All right. I will see if I can mod you on here. I'll do that right away since I have your comment, and I will. No, I don't want to do that. But yeah, I will definitely mod you. I don't want anybody doing anything to you. So, yeah, while I'm here, I may as well try to mod you. Okay. I might have to do that on YouTube. Yeah, I might have to do that on YouTube. And if I exit out of here, if I go off of this screen, does that shut everything off? Huh. You know what, Bill? I'm gonna mod you next time. I don't have any other device. I'll see if I can use my daughter's laptop. She doesn't like anybody using it, but I'll see if I can use it, and then I'm gonna mod you because I don't see any way to do that on here. Maybe if I go into the comments section. I am in the comments section. Let's see, I'll go here. No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mod you at another time. I'll mod definitely all the free graces are gonna be modded. That's for sure. I don't want nobody kicking them out. But also, if people do come in here that you disagree with, try not to overreact. I just want everybody to be respectful to each other. Bill can't. Bill can. Oh yeah. Okay. So I thought you said Bill can't wait. It's sounded pretty urgent. No, definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely do that next stream. But yeah, even if people do come in here that disagree with Free Grace and have an issue with Bill or whoever's on here, be respectful. You do not ban or anything like that. Just be respectful to each other. Have a respectful conversation. No swearing and stuff like that. That's awesome. But that's all I ask is just be respectful to each other. I don't think that's too much to ask for. But hey, welcome here, servant of Christ. Nice to see you. I'm just testing out my phone just to see how long I can actually stream before it goes chaotic. Because I know it's going to robot. It always does. Yeah, it's very good to see you too. Glad you're here. So yeah, I just figured, while I was testing, to see, just have a discussion about, the stuff that's been going on, and hopefully things can work itself out. I hope nobody jumps to conclusions, or not to conclusions, but jumps or overreacts to certain things. I know somebody has been overreacting, and I hope that changes. I personally gave my 2 cents to praise. I definitely hope he listens. I'm just in the garage right now. I'm just going to be going outside. I'll get out of the wind. So I'll give you guys all kind of an idea of what's been going on. It is windy, so if you guys hear a lot of noise, it's the wind that's going on. But I'll turn my camera on, and if I can flip it backwards, then I'll do that. Let's see. Back ultra wide camera, back camera, back camera. Let's see if that works. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'll go over here and kind of give you guys an idea of what I have been doing. So this is my shop, and I extended the roof here. So I'm trying to finish up stuff, but as you can see, it's quite windy where I am right now. And this tin bends pretty easy, so I have to stop doing this. Otherwise, it would just be chaotic. Like, I would just have a bunch of kids in my tin. So, yeah, so basically this, and then, which is it's about 45 feet, or it's, the concrete pad itself is 10 feet wide, so it's about 12 feet long, the roof. And then this one here is about 20 feet long, and this here is about 5 feet wide. So altogether, I think it's like 45 feet long. Yeah, it's about 45 feet long and 20 feet, or something like that. 10 feet wide, 45 feet long. And this is just a small section of a 5 foot pad here, just to do that there. But yeah, this is basically what I've been working on. And it's been actually a lot of fun trying to learn because I don't do this very often. So it's been fun to learn. Uh, you know how you find when you're doing stuff, and after you're done, you find out how you could have done it easier. So right now, everything was really hard, especially if you're just a one-man show trying to get some things done. Every once in a while, my friend will come by and he'll give me a hand, but it's quite tough actually. So I got a lot of wood to. This stuff here is all split, but the stuff that's on the other side of the shop, I do need to split that stuff. I got a lot of stuff over there to split. That's my new shed. That's the dog kennel over there. And yeah, hopefully I don't show anything too private. I don't want to show my neighbor's house too much. But well, I think that that green shed over there. I don't want to go out of reach of Wi-Fi. That little green shed over there, I do want to use that for something. I'm thinking to store wood in, so it stays dry. But that's mainly what this was for. Uh, to put all my winter wood underneath here, more towards the fall when you get a lot of rain. I want to put all that stuff underneath here to keep it out of the rain, and so that's going to be for my wood stove for the winter time. And yeah, this is a patio deck for what it's worth. So, so that's basically what I have been doing uh, as of lately. But before that, I was just helping people cut down trees, splitting the wood for them, just helping with my friends' projects. It's nice to be able to do, help them with the project, so that when you need help, they can come by and help too. And it's just really good to save some money in that way. Well, thank you very much, just me, Teresa. It's great to be back, and hopefully, I can be back some more, get some great conversations going. I'll try to always arrange it the best that I can, that Bill can, join in, or that you guys can listen to, because I know you guys run on a different time, and it gets late for you guys way sooner than it does for us. So I'll try to do my best for that. Bill rubbed off. Oh, she wants to. Bill rubbed off on me, and I've been planning your veggie patch for your garden is lovely. Well, thank you very much. I do have actually plans to, if I can turn my camera back on again. I actually do have plans if I can stay within Wi-Fi. Don't mind the noise. Right over here is actually where I want to plant my garden next year. Because this is our septic field. As you can see, there's a hill. So that's our septic field there. And I want to do it right beside here. I just need to build the garden up because it does flood a lot more back here. That's the lowest spot on the yard. So I want to build it up and then fill it up with dirt so it stays in the water and it can dry off faster. And then this is where I actually want to plant biggest, one of the bigger gardens that we've ever had here. Because I want to grow a lot of beets. I love beets. I'm more like Dwight Schrute in that way. I like my beets. I also do have a couple of raised beds right now. We have a garden right behind our house. I have some raised beds behind the shop, but I think I'm going to take down those raised beds and then make them smaller. Yeah, not as tall anyway. And and put them more where there's going to be sunshine continuously. But my wife really enjoys this roof that we have. I'm going to be keeping the wood out of this area for the most part in the summer because I know when you stack wood, uh, mice and all sorts love to hibernate in there, and we would just want to be able to enjoy our time here. If it rains, we like to sit underneath here. If we have barbecues or smoke anything, we have a place to be under, and we can do that. And I don't want mice running around. I don't want a chance when we have company over for a fire and a barbecue or something like that. That mice are going to be around, so I'm going to be keeping it out of this area the best that I can uh, all summer long, and then more towards the winter when it starts to rain a lot more, just quickly shove it underneath here. We won't be under here that much anymore, so once it starts getting cold, then fires slow down and we're not outside as much. So, but it's always something to work on. Let's see how best things go. If it's a really hot day, to be able to just come underneath here and sit down and you're out of the sun, but yet you get a little bit of wind. That's great. We didn't have much of that, other than that small little porch swing. I'll see if I can put that on. Uh, we have a small little porch swing over there. Uh, that's usually where we sat if we want to just relax a little bit, but this works a lot better. It's just to be out of the sun, out of the rain, if you're cooking something. I do have a Blackstone. I have a smoker and I have a barbecuer. Plus, I have like a small burner to fry fish on and stuff like that. Fry fish, fry chicken, whatever the case is, whatever you want to do in there. I do have that, so that's awesome. And that's where all that stuff is going to be underneath here. I'm thinking about closing some of this off, uh, and then just have this as a sitting area, but I'm not 100% sure yet. If it's too much work, then I won't bother. Because I kind of like the open feel of this. It feels nice and big. But putting the soffit in was probably, by yourself, that's the hardest part. Out of this all, that was probably the hardest part. Because all you can do is look up and your neck starts to hurt. And things don't want to go in properly. So this was probably my biggest frustration, was putting the soffit in by myself. But it was fun. Like, I'm not, you learn, and I did learn how to do things easier along the way. It's just, the first little while, it's very frustrating to try to deal with that. But mice on a skewer isn't my favorite barbecue dish, to be honest. Yeah, amen to that, Teresa. I don't want that either. I'll leave that to the foreign lands where they can fry their rats and stuff. That's something that they could do. I'm not interested in that. So I guess I should go pick up my utility blade. Yeah, there's neat things that you can do to be innovative if you're working by yourself. But if you can find somebody, it's so much faster. Like putting the soffit in. When my friend did help, we got more accomplished in like an hour than I would have done in probably like 8 hours. It's just that much easier. And plus, you have somebody to talk to. That's not a bad thing. So yeah, basically this is where I live. This is my house and stuff like that. So far everything seems to be running good. I don't think anybody's really complaining about how the sound is, so that's good. I do need to stay my deck this year, that's for sure. I know my wife has wanted to for a long time already. I think that's probably what we're gonna have to do this weekend. Weather permitting, because it is getting cloudy and windy. So, weather permitting, I think that's what we're gonna do. And my shop is an absolute mess right now. So that's something I'll have to probably do too, is clean up this. It's a disaster in here. You know, you get boxes and boxes full of stuff you need for your roof, and it just becomes a disaster. Air compressor and so forth. Yeah, but that I don't know where that is. There's a bit of a outbuilding there that I built, and that's where I want to do my videos as soon as I can. I have to drop that for now because it wasn't a major priority for me. But in there is actually where I want to do most of my videos. Let's see if I can kind of walk in here better. Yeah, see where that window is? That's where I want to do most of my stuff. So I want to make that more into my own room after I'm done cleaning all this out, organizing everything. That's going to be more or less my own little room where I can go in and make videos, especially on the weekends, where I can stay up later and go on to streams that do stream later. That I can go into there and have discussions in there without waking anybody up in the house. If it's nice outside, I'll gladly be outside. I enjoy this too. I love sitting out here and just relaxing and just being out in the fresh air. But I do believe I saw a notification of Bill, so I'm gonna head on out and go to Bill's stream. So yeah, just basically testing this out so far. I think it's been doing not too bad. And if I'm going to re-listen to this, and if the audio is good, if everything has worked pretty good, I think I might start using my phone a little bit more. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, other than that, I'm gonna just leave it there, and if everything is okay, then we'll maybe have to use the phone for a little while. So, and Teresa says Bill is about to go live. God bless Frank. The sound is great. Okay, awesome. She let me know the sound was great, so definitely we'll have to go over there. So yeah, if anybody comes on here, go over there, Bill's channel. He's gonna be doing a live stream, so that's gonna be it. All right, thank you guys for watching. Let's just be patient with especially with what's been going on. Let's be patient. Let's try to be a light to the world. As much as people hate free grace, let's just be patient. Let's be graceful. I don't come in to conversation hot, wanting to, rip somebody's head off, per se, for lack of better words. I just want to have a discussion. And just know who your friends are. That's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we can do some more studying, Bible studies, reading the scriptures, going over scriptures, whatever the case is, having a great discussion about scriptures. and just learn and grow together. So thank you guys for watching. God bless. And we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.